The shape, position, tension, and tone of the structures of your body are ineffective things that have happened throughout your life. In essence, your biography becomes your biology. The shape of your nervous system, meaning the shape of your spine, is like putting on tinted glasses. You see the world through those tinted glasses. The tension on your nervous system and how it is placed is demonstrated as your perspective or your viewpoint. And according to Candace Pert, PhD, the neurobiologist, the spine is the nervous system's emotional center, whereas the brain is the nervous system's thinking center. When you experienced events that were highly stressful or overwhelming to the brain, your spinal cord moved into patterns of distortion to handle the excess stress to the nervous system. When the brain utilizes these spinal patterns of stress repeatedly, they become a memory that the body uses for handling stress. When those patterns are not cleared efficiently, they become patterns of subluxation or, again, distortion of the spine. As the flexibility of the spine decreases, so does the range of emotion that an individual is able to experience. According to Candace Pert's research, decreased flexibility and increased stress is linked with feeling more anger, stress, and sadness, as well as frustration and depression. As NSA adjustments remove this stress, individuals have a greater range of motion and emotion, feeling more joy, happiness, and contentment with life. As our clients' bodies experience the levels of NSA chiropractic care, Dr. Scott and I are identifying and helping the brain become more adaptable to what are called specific phases. These phases are physical patterns identified in the spine, but are linked with feeling stuck in specific emotional patterns. The phase is like the overall tone in which the nervous system resonates. Let me give you a few examples. Phase 1 is associated with stuckness in both the very upper part of the neck around the occiput as well as the sacrum, with similar findings that develop in the mid-spine. Phase 1 is associated with filtering events through past experiences and responding to current life events as if you were responding to a previous stressful experience. Phase 2 is associated with fear. Phase 2 can involve a distortion pattern at the very top of the spine or in the lower cervical spine, C1 or C5. Phase 2 is typically associated with a strong feeling of fear. When C1 is involved, that fear is typically associated with a feeling of complete overwhelm or a feeling of how are things going to actually unfold or work out. C5 is associated with that same level of fear, but expressed more as rage or anger. Phase 3 involves rotation or flexion extension patterns of the pelvis. Phase 3 typically involves feelings regarding identity. An individual may have consistent stress over relationships, who he or she is in regards to career, parenting, peer or significant other relationships. This constant stress and often questioning can lead to continuous pelvic and lower back stress. Phase 4 involves overthinking. When the C2 vertebrae shifts to the right or left, an individual typically spends enormous amounts of energy thinking, overanalyzing, and processing information. This can lead to not feeling present in life as well as being disconnected to feeling, as thinking in the Phase 4 pattern rules over emotion. This can also be overutilized as a defense mechanism to disconnect from emotion. Phase 5 involves distortion of both the upper and the lower spine. One pattern can lead to curving forward of both the upper and the lower spine, almost like a dog with its tail tucked between its legs. This physical pattern is often associated with feeling like a victim to life, whereas the spine distorts laterally between the top and the bottom of the spine. Think of a scoliosis pattern. There is more of a feeling of resignation to life, this is just the way it is, and lack of action or futility in regards to creating change. The thing to remember is that there are many variations of these patterns. We are all unique, but typically we have one phase that may be a dominant way in which our nervous system and physiology have handled stress repeatedly over many years. With each adjustment, we will identify the phase your nervous system is currently demonstrating and work to clear that phase. Maybe you had a stressful argument earlier that day in which your body utilized a Phase 4 pattern. And as that stress is cleared from the adjustment, the more chronic Phase 2 pattern presents itself and can continue to be cleared. In other words, while another phase may clinically present itself, often the dominant phase your body may be consistently working through will be worked on during that visit as well. As you experience NSA care, your spine and nervous system become more flexible and adaptable, and you improve how your nervous system functions. You can improve emotional and stress adaptability, as well as improve your body's communication system, decreasing pressure on the spinal cord and nerves, also allowing your body to improve healing and function. NSA addresses healing on so many levels, neurologically, physiologically, as well as emotionally. Please visit our website at bodyimbalancechiropractic.com, as well as Body Imbalance on social media platforms. We want to be a resource for you. Remember, healthy by choice, not by chance.